Hey everyone, on Pixel Podcast. So, different video than normal. I just picked up all this stuff for, I think it was around close to 1K, and it's going to bring in a lot of profit. So, stay tuned to this video because I'm going to show you everything that I picked up and what I picked it up for. All right, it is the next day, and I could have unloaded everything from my car, but yeah, I was just super exhausted. I had done a ton of sourcing before I picked all this up, and so I just want to show you guys real quick how packed the car is, and then we'll get into sorting through all these items. Right, so the car was pretty packed all the way from the back to the front, and you hope that you have enough room in your car. Actually, you hope you don't, because that means a bigger haul. But yeah, you just kept buying and bundling, and next thing you know, you're like, okay, maybe I can fit everything in here. So I had to actually lay down the seats in the car. Let me show you that real quick. So there's some of the other items, and it goes all the way back here also. And then I had to actually use the front seat. And so here's some of the hats that I picked up over here. There's a Lionel Train set, which we'll take a look at in a little bit. The Legos and some more hats. Dropped $680 for everything, and it was an incredible deal. Now you may be wondering, is he okay with this deal? Was he okay that you're gonna post this on YouTube and Instagram and on social media? And here's the thing: sometimes we get this perception that in a deal that one party always has to lose. Well, in this scenario, both parties won. So take a look at this Instagram story and what he says real quick. One of my good friends, reseller friends that lives nearby, is actually leaving, and he has a lot of stuff he has to kind of let go. So we kind of worked out a deal. He's going to talk to you. I know a lot of people are going to be like, why would he sell this stuff? So let's ask Fernando real quick. So Fernando, why would you sell all this stuff?
Because we have too much stuff to fit in the U-Haul.
All right, so it probably would cost you maybe more.
It's already going to cost me $4,300 for the U-Haul.
Okay.
I'm driving it one way.
Yeah, by the way, if you leave California, it costs more than if you drive into California. Is that right?
Yeah.
Right? It's crazy, the numbers.
I could save $2,000 if I bring the U-Haul back. I would save $2,000.
That's just wild. All right, so let's take a look real quick at what you picked up. And by the way, we're good friends, so I would make sure that we're all good before I ever posted anything. So let's take a look at everything that I was able to pick up. All right, let's take a look at these real quick. So this is everything I was able to pick up, including all the hats over there, not the Xbox 360. But I do think the winner, or the winners in all of these, are going to be these Batman Batbots. But we'll talk about those in a moment. Let's get started here with the Legos. So some of these Legos were glued, and so I don't really know what glued Legos go for, but I'm getting a lot of the glued Legos. Now, there's about 30 pounds of Legos in here. What I do with Legos is I lock them up and I sell them at 10 pounds each. And if, they're Star Wars or they're kind of those Friends Legos, they end up selling for more. So we'll have to wait and see. But, $30 probably going to be able to flip all these Legos for about $150 plus ship. Also, there are these boots here. Now, these boots are government issued boots. I don't know how hot of sellers they'll be. And so these, I'm probably going to sell, I would say $50 a piece. Probably more. I have to do a little bit more research. But the ones that I'm happy that I was able to buy, let me see if I can get to those real quick, are these Danner boots. Okay, so picked up this pair of Danner. Danner is always a win. These are Arcadia boots. These are about $200 boots a piece. There's another pair underneath this one. Let me see if I can get to it with one hand. No, that's a hat. So the other Danner boot is over here. So let's take a look. So here's another pair. So always keep an eye for Danner boots. So here's another $200 pair of Danner boots. Okay, so you're wondering about the hats. All right, so these are Stratton hats. And so these are, again, government issued hats, but these are new in box. Let me see if I can take one of these out real quick and show you guys. So these hats are new in package. I've seen comps of about $80 to $100 a piece. And so there's one hat. There's another hat there. There's this hat that I'll have to clean up, and it'll clean up real easily with a horsehair brush. And then there's actually a hat holder. I've never even seen one of these. I don't know the comps. I got to do more research on that. But I'm thinking like 30 to 50 for something like this. All right, let's take a look at the other hats. So these hats right here aren't vintage. Okay, but they are new with tag. They're that retro look. The hardwood classics, pretty sweet. There's one hat, there's two, there's a few. I bought about 30 hats. Sacramento Kings. Let's see here. Chicago, oh, hockey hat. So that's a good hat. Chicago Blackhawks. There's a few of them. There's actually football. So there's a variety. And then these over here are the vintage hats. So these hats I'll probably sell, I want to say at the bottom end, probably 35 bucks a piece. Maybe more, we'll see. And then there's these vintage college hats right here. So these are pretty sweet. I haven't sold this brand before, but you know, I think on the bottom end, probably 20 to 25 for each of these hats. So I got multiple of them. Wolverines, Florida Gators. Here we go, Hurricanes. And we got a few, we got some NFL hats. We got some San Francisco 49ers. Okay, so you just never know what you'll pick up. I'm wondering what this last team is in here. Okay, New York Yankee hats. Okay, those are pretty awesome hats. So each of these hats, I don't know, they may go for more than $30, but definitely, you know, pay $3 a piece for these. And these are, you know, I'm only going to have to sell like 3 or 4 of them and I'll be in the profit. Okay, let's take a look at the Lionel Trains that's underneath this. All right, so this is a Lionel Train set. It is all complete, and since you know I actually know who these people are, I trust that when they tell me it's complete, it's complete. And you know I love Lionel Train sets. I looked at some comps. Take a look here. This will probably sell for over $100, all complete. The only downside of this is going to be the listing. It's going to take some time. You know, you're going to have to not necessarily set up the tracks, but you know you got to position it right so you get that great picture. So not too bad. All right, let's take a look at this over here, the good old Skylanders. All right, so the Skylanders are a little much. There are so many in here. If I were to just to give a rough guess, I think there's at the least 100, let's say 150 in here. So we'll see what we do with this. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to lot these all up and try to sell them at one time just to get them moving. I would say, you know, based on comps, probably $200 for all of these. We'll see. You know me, I always like to list high with best offer. And then also was able to pick this up. This is a PSG Skylanders trap team. I don't know much about this, but I know that these at one time were liquidating, I think at Toys R Us, or maybe this isn't the right model, but they're going for good money. So probably going to list this for $100. Maybe I'll get 50. Don't know. I got to do some more research. Again, this is just fresh. I've only had this stuff for less than 24 hours, but I wanted to share this with you guys. All right, let's take a look at some of the other just random stuff that's in here. Okay, so here's some of the randomness. So everything in this box was about, let's say, $20. I know I paid $5 for all those Skylanders. There's some of those Lego Dimensions, which aren't worth very much, but even the Skylanders, if I sell them, you know, $7, $8 a piece. But, you know, this right here, this Lightning McQueen Smart Seer, this one's actually going for about $50 to $60. I've seen some that sell for $70, that have sold for $70. By the way, you're looking at what's sold, not what it's selling for. So hey, not bad. $20 box into $100. Okay, let's take a look at some other stuff. All right, with every bulk buy, there's always random stuff that you buy. So bought all these shoes for, I think in the end it was about $20 for all of it. And anytime you find Vans and cartoons in collaboration for a shoe, they are money. Now, you want them new unboxed, but these will still sell. These Hulk shoes aren't too bad looking. They look pretty clean. And I think these Hulk shoes themselves will just pay for all the shoes that I bought right here. And not too bad. And so probably from all these shoes, probably going to make $100. And then there's the random toys. There's this Star Wars kind of like RC thing. There's the RC vehicle right there. Had a couple other Nerf guns, but I think this one's going to be the interesting sale just because of everything going on with Mr. Potato Head. The fact that this is an exclusive item and it's all these Star Wars characters. So you have the perfect trifecta to make profit. I think I'll be able to get more than $100 for this. Maybe close to that on the best offer, but we'll see. Now, the winners in this entire haul, I believe, are these and these Batman Bat Bots. So let's take a look real quick. Okay, so over here, these Spider-Man toys. I remember seeing these. I believe it was Ross or Marshall's maybe 2 years ago. And again, toys weren't his thing, and he picked these up, and you know they just kind of sat. And so I ended up paying, I think for these I paid about 30 a piece, and for these I paid 35 a piece. And still very profitable at that rate. So I believe with these I'll get easy probably over $100, maybe higher than that, we'll see. And with these Bat Bots, you know, there aren't too many comps. that are brand new. There are comps on the low end of $200 and the high end of 300 plus. So if you take a look, let's just say we go conservative, right? There's 5 of these, $200 a piece. That's 1,000, right? I'm already in the profit by $320, and I'm gonna charge shipping on all these. And then with these, right, we're gonna add some more profit. So not too bad. This alone right here would have been a haul, but then there's everything else that I was able to pick up. It is gonna take some time, to obviously list all this, but hey, overall, I'm happy with the haul, and man, I can't wait to sell these right here. So all in all, expecting to make about $2,500 net when everything is done. It's going to take some work. It's going to take some time, but an awesome opportunity. And as we always talk in the podcast, make sure you're out there networking, making connections, because you never know. And also having capital ready to buy is key. So I got to get back to work. I got to get some listings done. Hopefully I'll have some sales soon. And as always, make sure to be real, be relevant, and be reseller.